Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's guided meditation and chair yoga practice. Just a couple quick things before we get started. We are going to be recording today's session so that you can view it again at a later time or share it with a colleague who may not have been able to attend today. Uploads of all of our guided meditation and chair yoga practices are placed on our EDWS YouTube page. We also upload recordings of our other events, including cooking demonstrations, stretch breaks, and more. So we encourage you to check out that YouTube page. We'll be sharing a link to it and some follow-up materials later on today. During today's session, if you have any audio or visual issues, please let us know by using the WebEx chat feature. We'll be monitoring that to assist you with any problems that may arise. The schedule for today's session is going to be guided meditation from approximately 12 until 12:20. We'll then take a 10-minute break and we'll return at approximately 1:30 or 12:30 for the chair yoga portion of today's practice, which will run from 12:30 until 1:30. As always, our guided meditation and chair yoga instructor is Janet Weiss. And without further ado, I will turn things over to Janet.
More greetings, everyone. Delighted you're here for your meditation practice. Find a comfortable posture. This can be sitting, or it can also be supine, lying down. Take a few moments to make any kind of adjustments needed so that you can fully settle and fully arrive right here, right now. You're relaxed and alert. You're easeful and awake. And take these beginning moments to transition from your external world, your external environment, to your internal world, your inner landscape. Let the external world fall away from you now. No need to push it away, just let it all away from you. Like leaves floating down the stream. Natural, easeful, organic. And connecting to your inner being. Let your eyes rest back in your eye sockets, like two orbs floating on water. Eyelids rest feather fine over your eyes. And find your breathing. Mindfully, consciously connect with your breathing. And attune to the flow of your breathing. And accepting your breathing however it shows up. So it may be short and choppy, it may be long and smooth. It may be deep, it may be shallow. It may feel narrow or it may feel broad. It may feel expansive, it may feel constricted. However it shows up, attune to it. Shine the light of your awareness on your breathing. And simply by shining the light of your awareness on your breathing, it will naturally become more free, more fluid, more expansive, more even, more smooth, more deep, more wide, and more comfortable. So beginning now to create that inner world for yourself where your breathing is comforting. And as you breathe, inviting your nervous system to settle downward and letting your nervous system and your nerve endings bathe in your breathing. And as you breathe through your nostrils, noticing how pronounced that experience is for you, breathing through your nostrils. Breathing through the nooks and crannies, the wetwork in your skull. Breathing through your nasal passageways, your ear canals. Breathing through your throat. And letting these areas become more expansive as you allow your breathing to flow through them. Through your throat down to your lungs and your heart. Full absorption at your lungs. Full capacity breathing at your lungs, whatever that might mean for you right now. Full capacity. Full receptivity, unlocking your receptivity so you can receive your breathing, especially on your inhale. And your exhale is a gesture of releasing and letting go. A gesture of surrendering to each moment. And as you breathe, feeling the volume in your heart. Your anatomical heart. And your heart center at the center of your chest, your sternum, behind your sternum. So noticing how pronounced now your breathing is in your chest, your lungs, and your heart. And as you focus on your chest breathing, noticing your shoulders moving as you breathe from the inside out. So on your inhale, your shoulders lift and expand and broaden. And then on your exhale, your shoulders sink and drop and contract. And you can feel that it's a physical sensation. Your shoulders lift and expand and broaden, lifting skyward. And then on your exhale, your shoulders drop toward the earth, sink and contract. And then as you continue to breathe consciously, mindfully, energy running down from your shoulders through your arms, through your elbows, wrists, palms of your hands, back of your hands, all of your fingers and both of your thumbs. Noticing sensation there, vibration, tingling, aliveness. Feeling the volume there. Letting the pores of your skin breathe. Breathing through your flesh, tissue, bones, muscles, organs. So this is a thorough, expansive, pervasive breathing. Cellular breathing, molecular breathing. And relaxing with the rhythm and flow of your breathing. It's uniquely yours, as unique as your fingerprints. And breathing downward now through your rib cage or thoracic cavity. Large structure from your collarbones, almost all the way down to your waistband. And as you breathe to your thoracic cavity, your rib cage, the basket of your ribs, see yourself seated at the center of your rib cage. So radically affirming your self-definition and your self-identity. And affirming your well-being. And allow your rib cage to loosen. It's actually quite elastic. Feeling the elasticity of your rib cage as you breathe. So on your inhale, it expands outward, 360 degrees, outward in all directions. And then on your exhale, it settles inward, 360 degrees, settling inward towards your spine. And as you breathe, releasing layers and layers and layers of tension, tightness, constriction, restriction, especially when you exhale. See if you can release some of those layers, unnecessary tension. And your inhale is nourishing and nurturing. And your exhale is releasing this tension and tightness and constriction. And noticing how pronounced your breathing is in your rib cage, in your thoracic cavity. And now beginning to breathe all the way down to your belly, your abdominal organs. And increasing the spaciousness betwixt and between all of your abdominal organs. So there's a spaciousness there, an expansiveness there. And breathing to the front, the sides, and the back of your belly and your low back, your sacrum. And that center point behind your navel point, it's between your belly and your low back. And noticing how pronounced your breathing is at your belly. So you're breathing now three-dimensionally, high to low, front to back, side to side. And observe your willingness to breathe three-dimensionally, full capacity. And breathing now all the way down to your pelvic floor, your pelvic cradle. Down through your hip sockets. So that as you breathe now, energy is running down through your legs, your knees, your ankles, the top of your foot, the soles of your feet, and breathing through all 10 toes. And feeling tingling, vibration, aliveness running down through your legs and feet and toes. Feeling the volume that runs through your entire body, your torso, your trunk, your shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, thumbs, hips, legs, feet, and toes. Feeling the aliveness there, the sensation. Noticing where your breathing is most pronounced. Breathing through your spine. All the way down to your tailbone when you inhale. All the way up to your crown chakra, or the top center of your head when you exhale. And as you breathe through your spine, attuning to all the micro bones and micro muscles that hold your spine. And build through your spine this inner channel, this inner canal. That manages and directs your nervous system. All systems of the body converge here. And let your spine rest back. Like there's a cushion behind your spine, whether you're sitting or supine. Letting your spine rest back on this cushion. Letting your low back rest back on this cushion. Letting your heart rest back on this cushion. Letting your lungs rest back on this cushion. Letting the back of your skull rest back on this cushion. Allowing your entire physical body to rest back on this cushion. And the more subtle realms of your being. Your energy, your emotions, your feelings, your mood, your mind, inviting your thinking mind to float. Thought trains, thought chains, inviting thoughts to float. Rest here, rest back, receptive, all capacity breathing, thoughts floating. Resting back on this cushion. And softening back with this cushion. Feeling the weight of it, the gravity of it. Grounding and connecting with your very being. Grounding and connecting with your body being. Breathe and rest. Breathe and be. Release. Relax. Renew. Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. We'll now take a 10-minute break and we'll return for the chair yoga portion of today's practice at approximately 12:40.
Welcome to the chair posture portion, and we'll also do some standing postures. Welcome if you're just tuning in, or welcome back if you were able to do the meditation. So we'll start today with a mudra called Sanmukti. And so you make like a headdress with your hands. So your pinkies touch right at where your hairline is. And then the rest of your fingers rest on your skull. And you take your thumbs and you close this part of your ear. It's called your tragus, this cartilage flap. So you close that and just leave it open enough so you can hear me. Take a few moments here and begin to rest inward in sculling. And let your brain float, your enskulled brain, floating in cerebral fluid. And using Sanmukti as a way of turning your senses inward. So for these moments during yoga practice, closing the gates of your senses. And then from Sanmukti, you're going to extend both of your arms in the shape of a V for victory. Jai, Jai, Jai is victory in Sanskrit. And the chant is Jai Shri Sadguru Maharaj, which is, may the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to that light. And then bring the palms of your hands to your heart and to the crown of your head. The heart mind, which in yoga practice are two in the same. Heart mind. And then come back to the V. And then one palm to your crown, your head, and one palm to your belly. Take a few moments here in setting up your belly-brain connection. Powerful connection. Always operating. And then one more, arms to V, Jai, Jai, J-A-I. And now bringing your palms, one to your belly, one to your heart. And then bring both palms to your shoulders. And we're going to do cardinal wings. So you're going to arc back, elbows back. Let your chest breathe, let your heart breathe. And then inverse. So now your elbows are either touching or aiming to touch as you fold your head to your heart. Gathering inward. And then from here, drop your arms, drop your chest over your legs. You may want to scoot up in your chair a little bit. Or seated forward fold. And then reach your arms and hands out. If you can, touch the floor. If not, airborne is fine. And this is Yoga Nidra. Get a nice extension on your back. And then prop your elbows on your thigh bones just above your knees. And again, dropping your head to your heart, enfolding, gathering it towards your heart. Taking these moments to commune with your heart. And then curling forward to vertical through your spine. And then we'll go to spinals. Okay, so flattening down your spine. And then curling. Uncoiling to vertical. Just do that one more time. Flattening down through your spine. And curling, coiling to vertical. And we'll go to seated sun salute, very simplified. So arms over your head. This is your inhale. It's coordinated with your breathing. Then on your exhale, flatten your back so it's like a sliding board, and your palms drop to your thigh bones. And then as your exhale, then your inhale is arcing your spine and looking upward toward the sky. That's your inhale. And then your exhale is dropping over your legs. And your inhale is curling through your spine and reaching overhead. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, palms drop to your thigh bones, flatten your back like a sliding board. Inhale, look toward the sky, arc your back. Exhale, drop over your legs. Inhale, curl through your spine. Arms overhead and hold here for seated upward hands. So the palms of your hands face each other. Let your breathing regulate, easy and natural. Drop your shoulders down towards your hips. And then we're going to sunlighting. So touch your ring finger to your thumbs. And your other three fingers extend. That's not your ring finger. Ring finger. Yeah. And your middle and index touch. And then you're going to cup your arms toward the sun or sunlighting. And we're going to hold here a little while longer because we just had the summer solstice on Tuesday. It was Wednesday. And it's our longest day of the year, and it's when we have the most light here on Earth. So absorbing this magnificent radiant light. and encouraging a solar flow. Power, this is solar power. Luminous, lights up all your cells. Lights up your inner world. Jai, Jai, may the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to the light. Then bring your thumbs and fingertips touching, palms not touching. And then bring your thumbs to your third eye, where your brow converges. And this is meditating with empty hands. Meditating with empty hands. Encourage that solar flows through you. If there are any blockages, see if you can breathe through the blockages. So nothing disrupts your connection to your inner world and your inner light. And then palms touch, bring your mudra directly in front of your breastbone, your sternum, or this is Anjali mudra, also namaste. And then spin off to the right so you get a nice little twist on your spine and your ribs. And then, yes, spin off to the left, working both sides. And then come back to center. And then relax your hands down to the sides of your chair. Or if your chair has arms, you can relax your arms and hands down to the arms of your chair. And then we're going to take the left arm and extend it by the left ear. Or seated side lift. Palm faces the ground. Left shoulder is downward away from your left ear. Lots of breathing, more than you need. Probably more than you're used to. Nice, full, deep, spacious, full absorption breathing. And then flex the left arm, place the palm of the hand on the crown of the head. Look at the crease of the left elbow, or if that hurts your neck, look directly forward. And this is Chandra Mudra. Chandra is moon. So this is moon mudra. Absorbing the soft light of the moon. Letting the soft light of the moon shower over you and infuse through you. And then release the left arm down by the left side. And then same two poses right. Right arm by your right ear, let your right palm face the ground. Right shoulder drops down away from your right ear. Lots of breathing through your right body. And there's a channel for breathing there. Seated side lift. Keep both your hips on the chair. And then palming your right hand to the crown of your head. Flex the right arm, looking at your right elbow crease, or again, if that hurts you in any way, look directly forward. None of these poses should be painful. The moon reflects back to you your own inner beauty. And then extend your right arm and lower your right arm. And again, you may need to scoot up on some of these poses. So you have to gauge it for yourself. And latch on to the right shin and hug your right leg towards your ribs. Sorry, another cramp. Okay. So inhale, lift through your spine. And exhale, fold your forehead towards your right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And then come back to vertical. And you're going to now latch on under your thigh bone. And we're going to extend the leg and then release. And this is heron pose. It's a bird pose called Krunkasana. So inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Just one last time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Okay, and then lower the right leg. We'll do the same thing left. So hug your left leg to you. And your shin, somewhere along your shin bone. Inhale, extend through your spine. Exhale, fold your forehead to you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And then come back to vertical, latch on under your thigh bone. And we'll go to heron pose, Krunkasana. So extending and releasing. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. And then relax your left leg and left foot down. And then bring your hands back. We're going to come back to the legs in just a minute. Let's give them a little rest. Bring your hands, your palms back behind your head, the lower part of your skull. And we'll go to sway motion. So find a rhythm that's right for you. You can inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Let's do it one more time. Inhale to the right, that's it. Inhale to the left. And then come back to center, and you're going to arc back, draw your spine forward, like the front of your spine is opening like a fan, and rest back like you're resting in a hammock. And then from here, we're going to sparrow pose. So you're going to aim your elbows as close as possible to your knees. So you're folding over small like a sparrow. Let's just try it one more time. Inhale, arcing back, elbows back. Breastbone lifts, heart lifts. Then exhale over to sparrow, elbows towards your knees, or to your knees. And then come back to. Okay, then we're going to reach the arms and lift the right leg, the right knee, and then lower. And then lift the left, reach your arms, and then lower. Arms and right knee, inhale, exhale. Arms and left knee, inhale, exhale. One more each way. Arms and right knee, inhale, exhale. Arms and left knee, inhale, exhale. All right, and then hug your right knee towards your rib cage again, latching on to your shin, and this time only the right shin, and relax your left hand to your left leg. And you're going to take the right leg and you're going to hip opener to the right, yes, and then bring it back. I'm going to do it 2 more times. Hip opener to the right, and bring it back. Next one, hip opener to the right, and bring it back. Then you're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left. So this is half lotus, and you can do a regular half cross if doable and desired. Bring your right heel as close to your left hip socket as possible. That hurts your knee in any way, don't do it. Just leave it half crossed above your left knee. That's perfectly fine. And then you're going to bring your palms, left palm to the front of your foot, the right palm to your right knee, and you're going to arc back. So this is half lotus arc. Sure you're breathing. Yoke your breathing to the floor. And then come back to vertical. And then you're going to half lotus fold. So you're releasing your upper body and the weight of your head over your right leg. Get a wonderful extension on your vertical spine. Drop your shoulders. Back to vertical. And then we'll go to half lotus twist. So you bring your left palm to your right knee. And spiral, look over your right shoulder. Lots of elegance and uplift through your spine, yes. Lots of breathing. Let your breathing connect you to the inner dimensions of the body, the inner architecture. Breathe through your spine on this one. Inhale to your tailbone. Exhale out from the crown. And then come back to center. And let's do the other side, okay? So, yeah, you may want to shake your legs out just a little bit. It's a lot of leg work. It's good for us. All right, and then hug your left leg towards your rib cage. And now only latching onto the shin with your left hand, right hand to your right leg. And we'll go to the hip opener. So left leg out to the left and bring it back. 2 more times. Hip opener left, hip back. This time hip opener left and hip back. And take your left leg, half cross it over, just like we did on the other side. If desired, you can bring your left heel as close as possible to your right hip socket. That causes any pain, just leave it as is, right just above your right knee. And right palm to the top of the foot, left palm to the front of the knee, and we'll start with half lotus arc. So broad across the collarbones, broad across your shoulders. Shoulders drop, so your shoulder blades drop down your back, like they're dropping down towards your hips. Lots of breathing. Let your breathing yoke you to the pose. And then come back to vertical, and then half lotus fold. So you're relaxing your upper body, releasing your shoulders, dropping the weight of your head over your left leg. Inward towards your heart. And then return to vertical. Bring your right palm to your left knee this time. And spiral, you can use the back of your chair for leverage. Spiral, look over your left shoulder. Lots of exquisite uplift through your spine, build up through your spine. Lots of breathing, more than you used to. And then come back to and then rest your left foot down, relaxing your left leg. And yeah, you may want to just tap out your feet and your legs just to give them a little recuperation. And then get your feet prepped for standing. So we're going to go from sitting mountain to standing mountain. So try not to use your hands against your chin. Try to use your hips and your legs. So lifting to standing mountain. Arms drop heavy down by your sides. Feel the gravity down through your legs and feet. Feel connectivity through your legs and feet. So you're earthing, you're grounding. So your legs and feet are your foundation. And then journeying all the way to your summit, the crown of your head, your mountaintop. And then sitting yourself down for sitting mountain. Let's do that one more time. Standing. Feel the elongation, the verticality of your physical body. And then sitting. Okay, we're going to go to spinal twist from here. So you're going to hug the right leg to you and then cross it over. If possible, you can prop it on the chair. It just depends on your chair and your bottom, basically. And then you might need to hang on to the shin, the right shin with the right palm. And then bring your left ear by your left arm by your left ear. Left arm by your left ear. And then take your left arm and either rest it on your knee or on the shin side of your knee or the thigh side of your knee, depending on what works for you. And then latch on the back chair and spiral and look over your right shoulder. and then come back to center and uncross. And then same thing left. Hug your left leg towards your ribs. Sit over. Right arm now by your right ear. I know it's a little confusing. All of a sudden you have 10 arms and ribs. And then take your right arm and cross it over your left leg. Spiral, catch the back of the chair. Look over your left shoulder. Your left shoulder. There you go. This is classic spinal twist. It's quite a bit easier from the floor other than the chair. And then come back to center. And then uncross the left. Here, let's do, well, that's a good idea. Let's rotate the ankles and the wrists. And then reverse that rotation. And then flex the ankles and the wrists. And then drop. Flex. Drop. Flex. Okay, and then rest arms, legs. And let's sweep the head over the collarbones. Nice and lift and easy. And then on your next one to the right, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And then drop your upper body and head over to the right. Drop your right arm. This gives you a little bit more weightedness. Ragdoll. Sandbag. Come back to center. And then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And then sandbag over to the left. Drop your left arm. And then come back to center. And then take your head full rotation. And then reverse the direction of your head rotation. And then come back to center. And then from here, you're going to bring your heels, kiss your heels. Yeah. And then you're going to reach over and touch the ground. Yeah. And then you're going to lift your hips off the chair. And then from here, you're going to flex your knees. Your heels are going to lift. You're going to lower your hips to your heels. Modify however you need to. It's perfectly fine just to sit your hips back on the chair again. And then lift your hips and heels touch down again. And then again, lower your hips to the chair. Yep. And then come back to vertical. And then here we're going to straddle. So arms and legs straddle and cross. Straddle and cross. Straddle and cross. Straddle and cross. cross, one more each way. Straddle, cross, straddle. All right, and then place your feet down again. And from here, we're going to go to standing mountain. So when you get your signal, lift to standing. And then touch the inside border of your feet together. And then arms flow through lateral to overhead, and we're going to temple pose. So first 3 fingers lace, index point skyward, thumbs point back. Index point skyward, thumbs point back. Yep, all the other fingers are laced. All right, so lots of verticality here. Yep, like you're lifting out of your hip sockets. And then take a few moments here in temple pose and connect with the sacred temple of your body, your earth body temple, your vehicle for this journey. Connect with your spine, the center of your temple, your 2 arm sockets and your 2 hip sockets, corners of your temple. Hips, legs, and feet, your foundation. Arms and hands, your spine. And then give it a little gentle arc back, squeeze on your glutes, protect your back, squeeze on your thigh bones, your quadriceps to protect your back. And this is swan pose. And then come back to vertical, and we'll do standing side lift to the right. So you have a long line of energy from your left foot to your left hand. And then side lift to the left, so you have a long line of energy now from your right foot to your right hand. And then come back to center. Then from here, we'll go to prayer twist. So take your left elbow and cross it over to your right knee. Yes. If you're a little shaky, it's because your base is narrow, perfectly natural. And then lift up over your arms, return over your head so we can do the other side now. Temple pose to prayer twist to the left. So your right arm crosses over to your left knee. And then come back to your temple. Then from here, we're going to take a swan dive over your legs. This is Uttanasana. No, Uttanasana. This is Uttanasana. Standing forward. Uttanasana. Bend your knees. That's perfectly fine. And then go ahead, bend your knees and touch the ground with your hands for support. And rest your chest on your thighs. And then extend your legs and step your feet out about shoulder width. And then bring both your hands to your waistband and lift through flat back all the way to vertical. And then archive back to, this is Anahatasana, which is heart chakra. Anahata is the heart chakra. So lifting your heart toward the sky and toward the sun, absorbing that solar power, that solar flow, heartening, illuminating your heart. And then come back to center. Widen out your base. We're going to a squat now. This is Utkatasana. So you're going to sit your hips back like you're going to sit in your chair, but you're not going to sit. And then extend your arms out for the squat. So use your leg muscles. Squat as deep as you safely can. And then come back to vertical. Try it again. Deep squat. Arms by your ears, directly in front, palms to the ground. And come back to center. Okay, let's step over to the right and do our balancing poses. Using the chair to help us balance. All right, so we're going to tree pose today. So latch on to your right shin with your right hand. So you're bringing your knee towards your rib cage, right? And then you're going to hip opener to the right. This is one of those poses where your hip opening becomes very helpful. And then take the sole of your foot, you can do this from your ankle, and place the sole of your foot on the inseam of your left thigh. Yeah. If you can't reach the thigh part, then reach the lower leg. You don't want to do anything to disrupt your knee. So that outward turn is part of tree pose. And then extend your right arm by your right ear. Or if you prefer, you can bring your right palm to your heart center, whichever one you prefer. And then give it a little test. Lift your left hand, make sure, see if your balance is there for you. Balancing takes a good bit of skill, but it's a terrific idea to practice it, because it diminishes with time. Excellent. Okay. And then rest your right arm down. And release your right leg and place it directly in front. So your legs are actually parallel. Your right one is in front, your left one is back. Okay? And you're going to flex through your right leg. You can turn the back leg out, the back foot out a little bit if that helps you. And prop down with both hands above your knee, your right knee. And then go on over so your hands frame your right foot. Yes. And then see if you can work with your right leg a little bit. See if you can extend the right leg a little bit safely. Under the edge of the knee, but maybe a little beyond comfort. And extend your spine over your right leg. Be sure you're breathing. Your breathing is the most important part of the pose. And then, once again, prop your hands, come back to your right thigh. There you go. Yep. And then come back to vertical. Use the chair as much as you need to. And then come back to your balanced stance. Do the other side now. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so now with the left leg, bring the leg towards your rib cage and then outward, hip opener to the left. Then catch your ankle, that'll help you pop the sole of your foot over to, well, ideally at the inseam of your thigh, but if not, the inseam of your lower leg. We all have limits. You have to work with your own limits. And then left arm by your left ear. Nice. Lots of verticality. Like a tree. Brilliant. Oh. And then gauge your balance for now. It'll improve the practice. Just take your hand off the chair and just see what's there for you. Thumbs up. And then rest your left arm. Take your left leg and extend it out in front. So now we're going to this is head to toe pose, I didn't name it. Parsvarttanasana. So flex, so you're like in a lunge, modified lunge. Drop your hands, this is to help you get over to the left leg, and then rest over. Bring your hands by your left foot. And you can keep the lunge, experiment with it, see how much your left leg will extend. Resting your spine over your left leg. And then drop your hands on your thigh bone again. It's going to help you lift. There you go. All the way up to vertical. Use your chair as needed and step back to your stance. Okay, then bring yourself to the side of the chair, facing the side of the chair. And rest both hands on the seat of the chair. But watch out what's behind you there. Yeah. And then you're going to, this is warrior three pose. You're going to bring the weight to your right leg and extend your left. That's it. Long line of energy on your back body. Through your spine, through your neck, through your neck. And lower. And then same other side. Get your weight now on your left leg and extend your right. And come back to vertical and bring yourself back to your chair. And then bring your mudra to eagle mudra. And take a few moments. That was a little bit strenuous. Let your nerves settle. Take a few moments and let all the poses you've already completed imprint on your consciousness. And then bring your mudra to lotus at your throat. So lotus is your thumb and your pinky touch. And the other three fingers are like rose petals, extended. You bring your thumb, the back of your thumbs to your throat. And an orb of light, sunlight, is sitting in this lotus. And as you breathe, you're absorbing this light. Jai Shri Sadguru Maharaj Ki. May the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to the light. All right, and then rest. Let's try, churning. So step your legs out broad and your toes are on the ladder. That's it. Okay. So churning, you're going to take your upper body, it can be a big circle or a little circle, just depending on how you feel right now. And you're going full circle. And then reverse the direction of your circle. And then come back to center. And from here, from this broad seated stance, we're going to do cactus arms with soft fists. And this is fierce goddess pose. So with lion, tongue out, roaring. Two more. And then rest your hands. And then keep the broad stance, but aim your toes forward. And then round over your legs with your upper body, palms, at least fingers to the ground, hands to the ground, or seated wide ankle. And then right hand grounds, left arm goes back, high and back. And if you can, see the left arm and left hand. And lower. And now the right arm goes high and back. If possible, see the right arm. And And then lift it flat back, arms lateral. You're resting your chest on your thighs. And then, good, come on back to. From here, we're going to do breath of fire. It's called Bastrika, very simple. And then we'll go to closing, a brief closing meditation. So it's inhale, exhale. So on breath of fire, both your inhale and your exhale are through your nostrils, and they're both forced. Let's go to our hatred. And then directly in front. There's one. And then cross your forearms in front of your heart. Place your fingers, all of your fingers under your armpit, and your thumbs aim toward the sky. And this is Tibet breathing, and it's going to take us to our closing meditation. So get comfortable in your chair, whatever that means for you. Turning inward again, that concept of closing the gates of your senses, turning your senses inward, softening your senses inward as you feel your body breathe. So especially with your hands in this particular placement. Feel your chest breathe and feel the very upper part of your rib cage under your arms breathe. It's subtle. See if you can tune into it. So turning your senses inward, journeying inward to your inner world, your inner being. Your inner experience. Rest your hands now downward to your thigh bones, resting your hands on your thigh bones. Shoulders drop, balance left to right. Left to right ear, left to right shoulder, left to right ribs, left to right hips, left to right brain, left to right legs, balancing, left to right arms, like the equinox itself, balancing, equanimity, flowing through them. Step out of the way and let your body breathe. Knows exactly what to do. There's a vast, loving presence breathing in. Rest and breathe. Simply be. let your experience complete itself. And when you feel completed, your eyes can float open, bringing yourself back to your current environment. When you're ready. Namaste. Namaste.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us for today's guided meditation and chair yoga session. And thank you to Janet Weiss for leading us through that practice today. Keep an eye out in your email. You'll be receiving a follow-up to a short survey where you can let us know what you thought of today's event. With that being said, we hope you have a great rest of your day and a restful weekend. Thank you.
You did well.